Resident Evil.
Resident Evil 3 Nemesis for the PlayStation sees the return of our favorite policewoman, Jill Valentine. And that's not all. The player will return to a zombie-infested Raccoon City. And even that's not all. The game starts on September 28, 24 hours before the events of Resident Evil 2. Jill's adventure starts as she's trying to escape Raccoon City by making her way to the Raccoon City Police Department. And yet another known character is making a return. Brad, the helicopter pilot who saved our heroes in Resident Evil. Sadly, he isn't sticking around for long since he gets cuddled to death by this guy. Let me introduce you to Nemesis, Umbrella's latest innovation in killing stuff and the main antagonist of this game. Running into him the first time also introduces the player to the life selection mechanic. Several times throughout the game you will have to decide for a certain action to take. But don't worry, the choice you make doesn't alter the game's story, but decides which areas of the game you explore first. It goes without saying that I decided to dodge Nemesis most of the time, since I'm a little pussy. If you decide to fight him, you will get some nice goodies for beating him, like a new handgun for example. But back on track. Jill makes her way through our beloved police station and makes her way downtown. Here she runs into the mercenary Carlos and his team. They were sent into Raccoon City by Umbrella to evacuate survivors. Yeah, sure they are here to do that. Jill decides to combine forces with the team and to help them repair a cable car to escape the town. After some material gathering, the car is up and running, but promptly stopped by Nemesis. Get used to this guy, he's not going anywhere. Jill manages to escape into the town's clock tower and now has to ring the tower's bell to signal Umbrella's escape helicopter. To do so, she first has to solve a puzzle by playing with some balls.
Nice.
The helicopter arrives, but is shut down by our friend Nemi. Jill manages to defeat her stalker, but gets infected with the T-virus in return. Luckily, she is saved by Carlos, and it's now time for the player to take control over him to search the nearby hospital for a cure. Long story short, Carlos finds a cure and saves Jill. After strolling the Raccoon City Park, Jill ends up in the so-called Death Factory. No joke, that's how the place is actually called. Here Jill runs into the mercenaries' leader again, Nikolai. He turns out to be a bad guy who was only in Raccoon City to observe Nemi's battle efficiency. Jill thanks him appropriately by shooting down his helicopter. The final fight of the game also goes down in the factory. A mutated Nemesis is attacking Jill, who fights him off with the help of this awesome railgun. And I have to say, this may be the lamest one-liner I ever heard.
You want stars? I'll give you stars.
I still prefer the Jill sandwich. Jill and Carlos escape the factory and are saved by Mr. Jill Sandwich himself, Barry. The trio escapes Raccoon City before the town is leveled by a government airstrike. Resident Evil 3 is a good addition to the Resident Evil catalog, and it's really nice to see Jill and Raccoon City again. Jill herself controls pretty much like all the characters in the first two games, but this time around she has a neat quick turn ability and is able to dodge attacks by shoving enemies. There is also an auto-aim function, but that's kinda hard to show off in a video. Oh, and for the first time in a Resident Evil game, the player can utilize the environment to fight enemies. I have to be honest, this game didn't feel as atmospheric and scary as the first two and felt more actiony. But that's not a bad thing. I like the life selection mechanic and the improvement of the combat. I also like that you have to create your own ammunition by combining gunpowder types. This makes you think twice before wasting precious ammunition. Nemesis is a great antagonist, and him stalking you only feeds into the feeling of uneasiness. You just know that he could pop out at any second to torment you. I also have to mention the mercenary mode, which is unlocked after beating the game. Here you will be able to play a sort of time trial mode as one of Umbrella's mercenaries, including Carlos. I didn't pay it too much attention, but I guess it's fun for people who love time challenges. I give Resident Evil 3 Nemesis 8 out of 10 deadly cuddles.